Hey guys, make sure to check out the Bert and Leanne bundle, the best of both worlds bundle at BertBertBert.com for $40 today.
That's right. Check out the best of both worlds bundle with Bert and Leanne stuff starting today, $40 a bundle.
You're just gonna die one day. So do what you want. But don't fuck your cousin.
Las Vegas, I am headed to Resorts World Theater September 27th and 28th. 2 shows only. Get your tickets at BertBertBert.com. This is how I want to start this podcast.
All right.
Do you remember meeting me?
Yeah.
No, you do not.
Absolutely.
No, you do not.
Because you were buddies with Cy Carter.
Cy Carter and Croy Lazara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cy and Croy. Croy, rest in peace. But
I'm really happy to know that you knew.
Well, it was funny because when he reached out to me, and I'm like, yeah, Bert's an old buddy. I'll do his podcast.
Dude, can I tell you? It's when I watch someone like you blow up to stardom, like blow up, and I've said this to my trainer this morning. I said,
how do I blow up? How do I get bigger?
No. How do I blow up?
I really want to blow up here. I want to blow every muscle up.
I said it's funny when you know someone before they're famous and then they get famous or they get successful. I would argue you're very famous, but you're probably like the perfect right amount of famous of like fans know who you are, but you don't get bothered.
I was thinking about this today because the algorithm wanted me to see an interview with Kevin Hart and Ben Affleck, who I both, I admire both those guys. And then I hadn't like clicked on any Kevin Hart's shit in a while, and I was like, yeah, like how big is this guy? It was like 178 million Instagram followers, and I was like, how the hell did he do that? And then I was thinking, because the sort of like selfish actor side of you is like, well, I should be doing that. And then I was like, you know what? I took my son to a rock climbing gym the other day, and like only one person like came up to me, and I was like, yeah, I want to be able to kind of move through the world. I like anything past what I got, I think would be really tough life.
But it's two things. It's crazy not to share what you got, like, because what you got is pretty special. And I've said this in a lot of interviews when people ask me if I watch It's Always Sunny, because Todd Bierman directed my special, and I hung out with Rob at Preston and Steve one time doing radio right after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and he said something. I said, "Well, I know Charlie. I don't know Charlie, but I know Charlie."
Yeah,
and I got to share this because it's. I think it's important. A lot of times as a comic, I'll speak for me. You take offense when people go, "I want to introduce you to someone. He's the funniest person you've ever met." As a comic, you go, "Well, me.
Yeah,
like, I'm pretty fucking funny on it."
Yeah, pretty terrible thing to talk to a comic and say, "I know someone who's just really funny, and you should get to know him because
they were like,
maybe it'll rub off."
This guy Charlie Day is so fucking fun. Bert, you're gonna fucking love him.
Well,
Cy and Croy you were testing for a pilot.
Yeah, this was before Sunny.
This is 2000.
Yeah, I was just in town, and Cy was like my one buddy that I knew, and Croy, or my two buddies that I knew that came to LA first. Like everyone I knew through this like summer theater festival where I got started. Williamstown, yeah. Everyone moved to New York because it was like you're trying to like crack into plays. That seemed feasible. Like, becoming Tom Cruise was like, how the hell did he do that? But Cy was like, I'm going straight to LA. So he was the only guy I knew. So when I came out, they flew me out to test for a TV show. I just was like, hey, come pick me up. He picked me up as VW Bug.
Yeah.
Brought me to his apartment on Poinsettia.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like we met in a field though.
No, we met.
He was walking his dog or something.
No. We went to Paquito Mas.
Oh yeah.
Went to Paquito Mas.
Yeah.
And I sat down with you, and within 3 minutes, I was like, this is one of the most fascinating people I've ever met.
Well, that's nice of you to say, because anytime I'm about to do a podcast or a talk show, I'm like, the hell am I going to, I'm so boring. What am I going to say?
As a matter of fact, I almost said to myself, like, how do you interview someone who's so like, You have such a body of work, but I know you from an intimate level of like when I've followed you and watched you, I root for you because I knew you before all that happened. So when I first saw It's Always Sunny, I was like, and It's Always Sunny is like kind of a game changer in how television was made.
Yeah, that's true.
At the time and today. And so, and Horrible Bosses, you were so fucking funny in that I go, in a weird way, and I don't know if this is narcissistic to say, but like, you feel like you champion it's like if you ever walk by a store and you go, those are cool shoes, but you don't buy them. And then you see someone with those shoes, you're like, I should have bought those fucking shoes. I knew. And then you really feel confident in your taste. You're like, I knew cool shit.
Yeah.
Like that
By the way, I felt the same way about you because I was like, in my mind, you were an established comedian because you had like done gigs. You know what I mean? So in my mind,
been doing it 6 months.
Is that for real?
I've been doing it 6 months.
I was like, well, this guy's a professional.
I had a deal at Fox. And you were testing
funny.
at Fox, I think.
Yeah.
And we talked about that. And I was with Will. I had a deal with Will Smith. And you're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But what's crazy about you, which makes you better than me so easily, is you wanted to hear my story. But what's crazy about you is I wanted to hear your story because you were so good. You were so fucking dynamic in being a person. And you weren't. It wasn't a general meeting.
Do you worry that that's gone? Like that you lose that? Like,
buddy, it's gone on me. I used to be so funny.
Yeah, like you worry that like, you know, that just that young, kind of eager, hungry aspect of you get a little more comfortable, and then you're like, oh man, was I more exciting? Did I have a life, you know, outside of show business? And
did I have a sparkle?
Yeah, did I have a sparkle? Is it gone?
Like what did Jennifer Aniston see in me when we worked together? Like, you know, like you see like the thing like that like I know I had it for a long time. And then I think like I've been saying this. I stopped rooting for myself. I don't know if you've ever felt that.
You root against yourself?
No, but I used to be the guy that was hungry and everything, the world was against him. So I wanted to fight and show everyone.
Sure.
And then all of a sudden I got to a place where I was like, okay, now I'm not saying I'm at the top of the mountain, but I'm the guy in the arenas. I'm kind of not. It's like, do you root for that? Do you root for Dave Matthews when he gets as big as he got? And you're like, well, it's Dave Matthews, you know?
I can't speak to Dave Matthews, but like, you want to see Michael Jordan be the best, and you want to see him stay the best. You know what I mean? I would like to see Tiger Woods win the Masters. You know,
but hang on. There's a point where I'm rooting for Tiger now because he's an underdog. Have you seen the scars on his leg?
Well, first of all, I don't think. First of all, we should immediately disassociate ourselves from those two people. You know, like, let's just go ahead and not put ourselves in that category for safety's sake. But no, I know what you mean. Like, there's the whole sort of thing if someone goes up the mountain and there's a lot of people that want to tear them down. But I don't know. I never saw myself as up there. I have no concept of my own personal celebrity, whether I'm a big deal or a complete unknown. I always think I'm right around the corner from doing something really good. You know what I mean? Like, in fact,
by the way, you're circling the block because you're always doing something good.
That's nice.
You're always doing something good.
I'm like, wait till the next thing. I'm always feeling like, you know, the next thing's gonna knock him out, or I'm like, I still got in me like these, you know, these great ideas or this different style of thing I could do. So I guess that keeps me going, and I don't think about the other stuff that much.
Really?
Yeah, which I think is a bit of. It's a double-sided coin, right? Like on the one hand, it's a blessing because I don't get too consumed with it. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, if you think about it and you know how to work it, you can pull the Kevin Hart thing off, right? You really can sort of work your celebrity as much as you work your craft. And the two do go hand in hand. So, you know, it's and then you see people who are truly terrible at it. You know, like I think I'm somewhere in the middle. Like I can get out there and I can promote myself or whatever movie I'm doing, but there's some people who cannot do it.
Do you feel like it's a blessing that you got involved with Glenn and Rob because it shares the burden of the three of you?
Well, yeah, that whole thing, I mean, is the best thing that ever happened to me. But like,
it really is. Like that's bizarre how one little small life decision.
So I was out there when I met you. I was testing for a show called Weird Henry. And I, of course, had to audition to be Weird Henry. And And I don't know, it was a Fox sitcom. And I went and I did like a read with the producers, and I never made it into the network because they canceled the show.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, they were like, Weird Henry's not going to work out. Well, a few weeks later, I was on a plane for another test for a show called Mather House, and it was like a college comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a young, kind of good-looking guy on the plane, and I was like, this dude's an actor. You know how you just know?
Yeah.
You're like, and we're being flown out to test together, and I introduced myself, and the guy's name was Rob McElhenney. And Rob was this super driven, intense guy that I thought was also hilarious and great. And we just became buddies. They also canceled that show, by the way, before it ever got, on the air.
Thank God.
And then he and I became buddies, and then Glenn later. And then, we just started making Sunny, and that changed everything.
I mean, it's, I don't even know if people know. I think people, like the people downstairs, are cousins too. My assistant and his cousin are downstairs. They are,
which is really alarming because when you watch this podcast, it feels like a first floor.
Yeah, it does.
To know that there are people under us is going to really throw your audience
basement.
off.
That's where I keep my employees.
Yeah, all the people in the dungeon.
They are obsessed with It's Always Sunny.
Well, they have great taste. I could tell that walking in the room.
Can I tell you?
I
I watched the early episodes, the grainier episodes, like right when it came out, and I was like, cool, that's awesome. And then, as a comic, you don't watch TV anymore.
Sure.
Last, probably 5 months ago, I'm not drinking as much on the road, and I'm smoking weed after I get off stage. And they put on It's Always Sunny. And I said, I've never really sat and watched an episode. I'm crying, laughing.
Nice,
high as
man.
fuck, crying, laughing, watching you guys play that game. The
Charlie McDennis, the Game of Games. That's one of our better episodes. I think that's a really good one if you haven't watched that. In fact,
and then you guys,
that might be the one that might tell people, why don't you start with that? That's a good one.
I want to say they put it on purpose. I want to say, because I was laughing so hard and I was high. When you're high and you just go, wait, what am I watching? What am I watching? Is this real? Like, this is, someone let them make this? Like, this is like, they're making whatever they want.
Yeah.
And Danny DeVito is in a cage and fucking, we ended up watching like 8 episodes that night. And I'm crying, laughing, going like, I wish I knew Charlie well enough to text him and go, this is really special. Like, this is, they don't do, not 17 seasons. No one does something like that. No one does. I don't know who, you've had to have had 3-4 execs over the.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think part of the reason we've been around so long is we have not had 3-4 execs. John Landgraf has been there from the beginning of Sunny till now. And he's done an excellent job.
I guess a guy like that doesn't lose his job.
A guy like that doesn't lose his job. A guy like that makes great shows, And to his credit, kept us on the air when we kind of had a rocky start. And they weren't even betting on us. They were betting on a show called Starved about like bulimics. And it was a comedy. And it was funny, but we were like, what's the shelf life of something like this? But so they said, we're going to put all our advertisement into Starved, and then you guys will be on after. And people stuck around, and people seemed to like our show. And then they said, if you can get a big name attached, season 2 is go. And John had worked with Danny at Jersey Films, and Danny's kids had seen the first season and liked it. And we decided not to scare Danny by all going in there together. And we thought, Rob likes to talk the best.
Yeah.
So we'll have him go in there and smooth talk Danny. And he did a great job, as he always does. And we shot Danny. Season 2, we did 15 days of just Danny. All his scenes first. We wrote the whole season, and we said, we'll shoot all your scenes first, and then you're out of here. And then we went and shot the rest of it, completely wildly out of order, which we always do anyway. But he fell in love, stayed, and rest is history.
What's it like making It's Always Sunny your own way, your show? Everything is your thumbprint. And then going into a show like Horrible Bosses where they go, we need you to put back your actor hat, or can you sit in your trailer and then we'll come get you?
Oh, yeah.
What's that like?
Well, with Horrible Bosses, it was pretty easy because the script was so funny. Jonathan Goldstein, John Francis Daley had written it, and those guys are really funny. They're directing great movies now, like Game Night, and they just did the Dungeons and Dragons movie, and they're really funny guys. And then Bateman and Sudeikis are so naturally funny.
Whoever saw Jason Bateman, like I remember him when I was a kid. I think you're my age, roughly.
Yeah.
I remember him
106.
Yeah. He was the snarky kid from Silver Spoons.
Oh yeah.
He was. I mean, when he showed up in Arrested Development, I was like, "Fuck yes."
Bateman is, he has a daughter who's in my son's class, so I've gotten to spend more time with Jason, than you do with other people that you do movie with, because you come and go, everyone's on their own thing, you don't see each other.
Yeah.
But I got to see him through that. Then Jason fell back in love with golf, and I'm a golf nut. So
Are you really? I just got a new set of sticks downstairs.
we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
I want to not bore your audience to tears, but we can get into it after.
Buddy, that's all I do.
Yeah. Okay, then let's play.
Yeah.
But and so we got to spend a lot of time. But that guy, well, Sudeikis too, but like he's been such a good influence on me. And there were certain like life decisions that I've made going down the road that like sometimes I could call Jason and be like, hey, I'm thinking about this and I feel like out over my skis. What do you think? And he's always been there with like incredible advice and direction because he's been in the business forever.
Since he was a child.
Yeah, and has handled the ups and downs. And he was out. He like after Teen Wolf 2, TOO, like, that was like I gotta laugh from the dungeon. That he was like out. He was done.
I have an idea of Jason Bateman, and I don't know him at all, but I have an idea of him. And
Okay,
my
what's your
idea
idea?
is so sexy.
That's pretty sexy, let me tell you.
No, but I saw him go to a Will. Anytime I bring someone to or I see someone at a concert I like, I immediately fall in love with them.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
And he went to a Wilco concert, and I love Wilco.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Jason Bateman's cool as fuck.
Yeah,
and he
he's
had
a
a
cool
Range
guy.
Rover. And I was like, and I've always thought Range Rovers were like cool guy
this
cars.
wasn't just your image. This was an actual image of him.
Yeah, this is an actual
You
image.
saw him.
Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah.
I was like, I remember I want to say he was with like someone else famous. And I just remember watching him. Like, I don't know. I'm still that guy that if I see someone famous at dinner, I still kind of go, can you believe that's O.J. Simpson?
Yeah, I feel like he also like knows how to be famous well. Wears it well. Knows how to like talk to his agents, knows how to talk to an executive, knows how to keep famous friends. I feel like I'm this Rhode Island guy and I like to stay that Rhode Island guy. And I play famous every now and then I check the fuck out from it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you
Speaking
good?
of drinks, do you want a drink? Am I keeping you from drinking?
No, you're not keeping me. If you're not drinking, I'm not drinking.
I mean, I'll have a drink. I won't have too many drinks because I
Then what's
drove
the
it,
point of
but I'll
drinking?
have a beer.
Oh, I'll have a beer. Yeah. You want to have a beer?
Beer's not even a drink.
I don't count
It's
beers
like-
as drinks.
Absolutely. Let's
Can we
go.
get a couple beers?
Yeah.
What kind of beer do you want? We have a bunch of. Do you like IPAs? We have a crazy IPA that's fucking wildly good.
Okay. I'll
Hey,
take
can I get 2 food fights from downstairs? These became a problem with me when I went out. We did a tour during the pandemic, and they just sent a pallet on the bus, and it would be like after you're done drinking, having one of these, and it felt like dessert. It's such a good fucking IPA.
I like a good beer.
For sure.
Oh,
Bert, I don't know if I had a chance to say, but it's been fun for me to watch you rise as well, even though I always assumed you were incredibly established. Thank you very much.
you're gonna love this beer.
That's a good looking can.
It's a good looking can. I'm curious to see your take on it because it's an Indian hazy pale ale.
Oh, I really like that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Food fight. It's a fucking great beer. I think you can only get it in Southern California, and they hooked me up.
It's almost as good as my Four Walls Irish American whiskey, Bert.
I feel like I got to take a shot of your whiskey just to taste it.
I recommend you do. That's your bottle, so slug right out of it.
Can I get a little shot glass? By the way, I wasn't planning on drinking, but I just got new weed today, so I might tie one on. And I got an IV tonight at 8:30. So
Okay, you're all set up. You're gonna tox up and then detox with the IV.
here's my thing about whiskey.
All right.
Do you love whiskey?
I don't love all whiskey. I
Okay.
like bourbon. I didn't love Irish whiskey.
I love Irish whiskey. Is the only kind I like.
Well, that's Irish mixed with American rye.
I love American rye.
So I think you're gonna like it.
So I'm gonna do,
And feel free to say that you don't like it.
buddy. It's
Let's be honest. Let's
if
be
it's got
super
alcohol
honest
in it,
here.
I'm gonna love it. See, here's my problem. I sit with people who go. I go to people's houses and they go, "I love whiskey. I love a good whiskey." And I go, "Okay, do you though? Do
Yeah.
you drink it in the mornings on airplanes? Because I do. Like if you,
You're a real whiskey drinker. I like a little whiskey with a beer. I like a whiskey cocktail, like an old fashioned or Manhattan.
Yeah.
Or I like, just a little bit neat, but
I like to try it neat. I also like it on the rocks, but I like to try it neat because I want to see. When we did our vodka tasting, I was really like into what it tasted like, clean, like nothing on it. I wanted people that liked vodka to like our vodka. And we just won a gold medal at one of the tastings.
There you go.
Yeah.
At the Olympics?
And by the way,
at the Olympics?
At the Olympics.
Was it Olympic tasting?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they were giving out a lot of medals. I didn't see that one on TV.
We gave it to an Australian breakdancer, and she loved it.
She was incredible.
By the way,
what happened there?
I think she should have won gold.
You know, what happened there? That's not, I feel bad for her. Like, someone should have been like, hey, come on.
Wait, do you know her backstory?
I don't.
Oh. Can you pull her back? It's fucking fascinating. She is like a
dance teacher,
professor of interpretive dance. So
I think it was just an interpretation of breakdance.
What she thought she lives in Australia. She didn't know a lot of black people. What the fuck she know? Like, I grew up in America. I learned about breakdancing on 2020. So like,
by the way, breakdancing. When I heard they were doing it, I was like, oh, are we still breakdancing? This was.
Oh, those kids. Have you ever seen Jabberwockies?
No.
Jabberwockies is fucking incredible.
Is it breakdancing thing?
It's breakdancing. It's all Filipino kids. I only say that because Joe Coy knows them, but it's all Filipino kids. I think they wear masks. Who knows?
Let me tell you something. I know nothing about breakdancing, and watching that, I was like, you see one guy, and he's like spinning on his head like for 15 minutes, and he lost. And I was like, what? What are the rules? what is the point system? Because that guy won in my book.
The best part about her is when she bows up to the person because it's an old breakdancing move.
I actually didn't see her. I've only seen the clips that keep getting sent to me.
I watched because she went against one of the best breakdancers, I think, from wherever. But she went, and that person's clip went viral. And I was like, well, I want to see the Australian lady. And then she's just basically mopping up the floor with her head. And you're like, oh my God. Yeah, she's a former jazz and ballroom dancer who entered the sport of breaking through her husband, Samuel, who had been breaking for the past decade. Not well, I don't think. She came on to be one of the top-ranked B girls in Australia, which makes me think I could move to Australia and clean up in breakdancing.
Well, do you think she actually knows how to do the other stuff and was like, I'm trying a new thing and is somehow like so good that she was like...
Maybe.
You know, like
maybe she's so good. It's like there's a guy
I can't be bothered with the shit you're doing. I need to.
There's a guy. I wish I knew his name right now.
I'm like the Picasso of breakdancing. I'm breaking it down to its childlike abstract elements, and you guys are going to wake up to what's happening.
That happens with comedy. That happens with movies.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the Escape Artist or what's the one that James Franco redid?
Oh yeah.
That movie is brilliant in its badness.
I just grabbed a sip of water by accident and was so disturbed.
All right, I'm going to try your whiskey.
Yeah,
I'm going to try your whiskey.
I was like, what happened to this beer?
And I got to tell, I've never met Glenn, but I got to tell you, Rob McElhenney is one of the coolest motherfuckers alive. Like, he really is.
He's a good egg.
When we did Preston and Steve, he was very famous, and I had just done my special, and I was friends with the show, and he was so generous and cool. And, you know, one of the things that, much like you, I drank a beer, it's fucking 8 a.m, and he's like, I'll take a beer. Nice. I love that energy. I love that yes and energy.
Yeah.
Why didn't you ever do SNL? I know you hosted it.
Oh yeah.
But did you? Was there a part of you that was like, you would have murdered on SNL? Hold on.
All right, try it.
It's everything I fucking love.
Yeah, it's a great whiskey.
I'm going to tell you the hints I notice. On the sides of your tongue with a good Irish whiskey, it tastes buttery. Mm-hmm. It tastes like butter. It's not aggressive. It's gentle, like a grandma's hug. A grandma's hug, and it smells like a grandma, like a little old but nostalgic.
There's a little grandma in every bottle. So there's very small grandmas in Ireland. So we're able to just grind them down and put them into the. We went to the Great Northern Teeling whiskey. Have you ever had that? It's really good. So they brew the Irish part of it.
Really?
And then Cedar Ridge is the rye.
Really?
But I don't know, like Glenn is like the total whiskey nerd who knows he'll talk to you about all the notes. I'm like, it take good.
What?
Me drink it good.
Hang on 1 second. Okay, before I forget, okay, if you're cool with this, 2 things. I want Peter and Rachel to get all their Sunny questions that they want to geek out on for all the Sunny fans. You guys prepare them and get ready to come upstairs.
Yeah, get them out of the basement.
I wish Kyle was here. Kyle would be fucking losing his shit. And we're going to bring you guys up in a second. We're going to play the guitars, go back and forth. But I really am, there's so many things about you that I feel like you know in Hollywood, but like that no one gets to know. Like, I know that the reason you are who you are is because of who you are, not what you can do. Like you are a talented actor, but you in a room is just fucking wildly entertaining.
That's interesting. I wonder. I think that's everybody, right? You don't think so?
Absolutely.
Well, you're in a different stand-up comedy is a different thing.
Dude, you could have been a stand-up in a fucking heartbeat. This is the first thing I told. I think the first thing I told you at fucking Paquito Mas. I go,
well,
do you do stand-up?
People are like, so do you do stand-up? I'm like, it's like asking a golfer, like, so why didn't you play tennis? You're like, that's a different game. It's a whole different.
But it's the same country club.
I know, but that's why people think it's the same thing. You're like, yeah, I could wander over to the tennis court and goof around.
Yeah.
But I like the second.
Wasn't there a part of you that thought about getting into stand-up at all?
No,
Early.
because only like when you see someone do it great and you're like, that looks like such a rush. So that's the only time I'm jealous. And I've had the chance to like be on a stage in front of like thousands of people, and that's just the immediate feedback. Oh my God, that's the greatest. Because we did like some live Sunny shows and it was just so fun. But no, I never wanted to do that. I was like, you're naked up there, man. Like, give me a character. Like, well, I became a better actor when I stopped trying to make everything a character and made things much more just me. But, initially I'm like, yeah, give me a limp and a mustache and a glass eye. Like, let me hide, like
a limp and a mustache.
Yeah, let me disappear here. But like, like I don't even really like going on a talk show because you're like,
really?
Just me. Yeah.
This show is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, remember the days when you were always ready to go? Now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up. BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Lividra, but at a fraction of the cost and in chewable form. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at the pharmacy, and these things work. I'm telling you, you don't have to hold off and take one right before. You can take one at 4 p.m. and just get ready. That's my wife laughing in the background. Blue Chew wants the entire country rock hard. They told me that's their mission. They will not stop until every man is bricked up like a brick house, till every tent is pitched, till every rod is raised. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Bertcast at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's it. That's BlueChew.com, promo code Bertcast to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we would like to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. This show is sponsored by Helix, the best damn mattress in the world. I will say that. My back, thanks Helix. My side ribs, thanks Helix. I sleep better because of Helix. The Helix lineup offers 20 unique mattresses, including their award-winning Luxe and Ultra Premium Elite collections, the Helix Plus mattress designed for big and tall sleepers, the Helix Kids mattress designed for growing bodies and endorsed by child sleep experts. So how are you going to know what Helix mattress works best for you and your body? This is exactly what I did. I'm not bullshitting. You take the Helix Sleeps quiz. You find your perfect mattress in under 2 minutes, and then your perfect mattress is personalized, sent directly to your door, free of charge. It literally can get set up in 2 minutes. I've set mine up in 2 minutes. And if your spine needs a little extra TLC, they've got you. Every Helix mattress has a hybrid design, combining individually wrapped steel coils in the base with premium foam layers on tops. It is the perfect combination of comfort and support. And I say support because I am a side sleeper. That's what I found out on mine. And I'm telling you, my side and lower back, or not lower, but like right above my lumbar, were killing me. And I thought my kidneys were failing. I mean, I couldn't understand what it was. I changed mattresses. It went away. It's because the mattress I had wasn't a side sleeping mattress. The one I have now, it is. And there are awesome mattresses. Helix is offering 25% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows to our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/Bert. That's helixsleep.com/Bert. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. So with Helix, better sleep starts now. I honestly, when I was preparing this interview, I was like, I'm just going to tell him, hey, do like 5 of your favorite stories that you tell people at parties. Because you are someone who
I no longer go to parties. I can't remember anything. Do you remember things?
Oh, I have bring a subject up. This is me at a party.
Wonder
Just bring
why I
any
can't remember
bring
things.
any subject up, and I'll show you me at a party. Bring any subject up. You going on vacation? Where are you guys heading to?
Oh, we're going skiing.
Oh, I went heli skiing in Switzerland.
This is why you're a stand-up.
13,000 feet. They take us up in helicopters. I had flown in. I'd gone to the national championship game the night before, eaten edibles, had a panic attack, and left the game. Fucking Alabama versus Florida State. I did not watch the end of that game. Flew to Munich, went heli skiing in 4 feet of powder. I could tell you a whole story about it. That's the problem with me, is that I have.
Well, you said Switzerland. I could tell you a Switzerland story.
Let's go.
I did a charity golf thing.
Yeah.
And they were like, I always say no to those things because you got to like just sit down and have a ham sandwich with some executive from Walmart. I'm like, no, thanks. But they're like, we'll fly you to Switzerland and your wife and kitty can make a vacation of it. I'm like, done.
Yes.
So I'm there. It's me and Anthony Anderson. Tiffany Haddish was there. Apparently she doesn't golf though.
Anthony Anderson's,
Hilarious.
by the way, the epitome of the reason I show up early to set. Anthony Anderson is the consummate professional.
Yeah, he is.
He shows
great.
up. He doesn't ask, when are we getting done? He shows up and he does everything to a T. And he is fucking game for anything. We want to be a beekeeper? I'll put on the beekeeper suit.
Yeah.
Let's go be a beekeeper. You want to get fucking Rolfed? Let's do Rolfing.
He's the man.
He is the fucking man. Keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt.
We go up a gondola. It's summertime. It's not because you can golf. And this is a high mountain. I'm not a mountain person. And like my palms are sweating. I'm like, we shouldn't be this high in the air. This is madness. And we go all the way to the top of this thing. You can see like a glacier up there. You can see like the Matterhorn. We're like, okay, this is cool. And then like we go down. Like, thank fucking God. That night, the guys, it was an Omega thing. They gave me this beautiful watch.
Omega makes a great watch.
Yeah. And they said, we want to invite you guys to a fancy dinner, like.
I love your accent. I love your accent. That's the perfect accent.
Swiss accent.
That's the perfect fucking accent.
Yeah, we'll go up some mountain.
Charlie, I'd like to give you this watch.
We'll go up some mountain and give us a watch. And they're like, okay, yeah, the restaurant is at the top of the mountain. I'm like, oh, the one that we took. Wow, cool. We're going to take the gondola up there at night. Okay, cool. And they're like, oh, the gondola is not working. We'll drive. I'm like, there's no road. No, there's the road, the cows, What is this accent I'm doing? I don't know.
No, keep going. I love it. It's my only accent I can do.
We'll take the cow pass up to the top of the mountain and say, you'll get some watch. So I'm like, okay. So me and Anthony, all these people, we pile into like these Porsches. They drive up a cow path up the side of a mountain. Like if you miss the road by a little bit, you're dead and gone. And we get to the top and we have this incredible dinner and they give us this watch. And I asked one of the guys, I'm like, where did you get these like professional drivers? He's like, no, these are our interns. Like they just had a bunch of like 20-year-olds drive up a side of a mountain. By the way, we had to get down too. That's my Switzerland story.
All right, Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yeah.
Oh man, let me tell you about Hawaii.
This was you at lunch with us. Is like any subject that came up, you're just so good at like you have something, and it's the thing. It's like why I connected with you is like I honestly felt like we were playing tennis with telling stories. Yeah, but you're also a listener. I'm not a good listener. Like you were like engaged,
and yet you have a podcast. So it doesn't matter.
I was told the other day by a young actor. No, I feel like I just watched your TED Talk. I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, you talk a lot.
Listen, man, it's my podcast, all right? You want your own opinions, get your own podcast. Yeah. Exactly right. Listening's overrated. Not as an actor. It's a pretty important skill.
Do you run sides with your wife at all?
Sometimes. Yes, sometimes. I kind of just like to do it on my own, but every now and then I'll run some lines with her. Usually I don't like to do it with her because I'm like, I'm not going to do that yet. Don't judge it yet. I haven't gotten to the thing. And she feels the same with me. But,
that's my wife.
Yeah.
I've stopped running sides. Oh, I don't run sides at all anymore.
You're going to do it like that?
But yeah. Oh.
Do you want some advice?
I was in a play with Croy. This is probably 2000, 2001 out in LA. And I
might have seen this.
It was about a bunch of guys who moved to Cape Canaveral for shuttle launches.
I might have seen this. Yeah. I came to a couple of Croy's plays.
Yeah. And it was really a brilliant script. It was about these guys that moved to Cape Canaveral to watch shuttle launches, and they stopped doing shuttle launches. And then the day before they do their first shuttle launch in a while, my character and Croy's character break into NASA, and we end up having the shuttle explode because of us.
I think I did see this. Was it
the day the
in
shuttle
Hollywood
exploded?
off like north of Hollywood Boulevard?
Yeah.
Like a little.
It was the day the shuttle exploded. That's what the day we premiered was the day the shuttle exploded.
Which shuttle?
The fucking shuttle that came down that was re-entering and the tiles came loose and it exploded. And then that was the evening of our first showing. And it was bad taste, I guess. Timing's everything.
You know,
I would say it didn't leave as much a mark as Louis' movie, but
did you sue NASA for ruining your play?
All our reviews were, this is such horrible timing. This is so they should not have done this play, but Bert Kreischer is not that bad. I found the review, and it was, but Lee, I got done the first night, and I got back in the car with Leanne, and I was like, what did you think? And she goes, you're not a good actor. And I was like, you could have said nothing. And she was like, no, you don't listen to anyone. You talk over everyone. You're like stealing scenes. And I was like, you mean I'm a star? And she was like, no, that's not
at all what I'm saying.
That's not at all what I'm saying. Yeah.
Those plays, man. Mary Elizabeth was in one, and there was like a guy who came, and he was like from like some newspaper, like the Village Voice, or so he said. And he said to the main actress, he's like, hey, can we get a couple pictures of you for the paper? And she's like, sure. He's like, yeah, just sit over here on the step. And he's like, oh, that's great. It's great. And maybe one with your hand on your chin. Oh, this is great. That's great. And then, what the hell? Just, kick your shoes off. She's like, all right. He's like, oh, this is great. It's great. And then he's like, kind of taking pictures of her feet. He's like, yeah, maybe one more. Like, can you like hold your foot? And he's like, and then like some person working at the theater's like, hey, you get out of here. Shoes the guy. He's like, I'm so sorry. That guy comes to every show and pretends to work for a newspaper just to take pictures of girls' feet. Oh, man. In the good old days, we could still get away with that, Now they cancel you for that. The good old days,
Oh, God damn. What, so are you playing a lot of golf?
I was playing a ton of golf. And then in June, I went to Scotland on like a golf trip and played a bunch with some buddies. Andrew Santino was with us.
Wait, you know Santino?
I know Santino. And
is he a good actor?
He's a great actor.
No, let's break him down. Hold on, let me make sure.
No, he's a natural actor. He's a very good actor.
But he's got red hair. Does that kind of...
It only enhances his flair.
Oh, interesting. Because he looks angry.
He is angry. He's a very angry golfer.
He's actually a great golfer.
He's a very good golfer. And by the way, in Scotland, if they tell you something's a 2-bedroom suite, it's one bed that's been split in half, but is somehow still like together. There's just like 2 pairs of sheets on one bed. So like we were in these like hotel rooms. I'm like, hey, dude. Eventually I was like, listen, man, I'm getting another room. You know what I mean? Like, I like you, but I'm a grown man. I get, but I have not played since June.
Wait, who did you go to Scotland with?
Me, Santino, and then a couple of my Rhode Island buddies and a couple of LA buddies.
So how do you know Santino?
Through golf. Actually, I met him through golf.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then he did something in my movie, and which has been buds.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Santino, I just texted him. I got a new set of clubs today, and I texted Santino, just calling him out. We went and did the Gorge, and at the Gorge there's a driving range out into the Gorge. You can hit I shouldn't say this, but you can hit compostable walls, but they don't go that far.
Yeah, that's not fun.
So we just fucking hit a bunch of Pro Vs into this.
Yeah, you want to hit the ball that goes as far as it can go.
Yeah, we hit like a box of Pro Vs, just going, let's see how far we can fucking hit it.
Yeah.
And but Santino's a great fucking golfer.
He's awesome. Yeah, he's really good.
Interesting, like kind of sneaky, great actor. Like, because he's a great comic.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always great when comics aren't always the best at transitioning into acting.
Like I said, it's 2 different sports, but there are some people that can just do all things. you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, he can do both so well.
Hey, Pete, can you bring up, do you want another beer?
I'm still nursing.
I was thinking
mine.
of doing another shot of your whiskey and having a beer.
Go ahead. I like that for you.
I feel like, I'm so happy for your success. It sounds weird to say. You don't say this. In comedy, it gets weird.
I'm happy for your success, Bert.
No, I'm more happy for yours. You've been more fun than I have.
What do you mean?
I think you've brought more joy to people than I have.
Oh, for sure. For sure, Bert. That's okay.
Without a fucking doubt.
Yeah.
What if you
I like that you're going in for seconds on the whiskey.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's nice and buttery.
By the way, I went down to Total Wine and I picked up some because I've given away so many like bottles to friends and things that I was like, I should bring one for Bert. I checked my drawer. I'm like, I'm out.
No.
So we have it here at Total Wine.
Are you living the life you thought you'd live when you moved to LA? Like when you first came out here and you thought of the life you wanted to live?
Oh man, I remember. So apparently, I met you on my first trip out here, so nothing has changed. But
yeah, it's full circle.
We've gone full circle.
Please.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I'm living the life that I wanted to live. You know?
Well, hold on. Let's break that down because here's what I think a lot of people. I always try to relate.
Can I get a little shot glass? I should not drink my own whiskey.
Yeah, please. Here's the thing that happens with people, and I feel like I'm pretty close to one of my fans, meaning like I'm not very different, and I think sometimes I get a little bit of a bad rap because here, I'll do another one with you, or you drink that one.
No, go ahead.
I think I get a bad rap because I'm a little too honest, meaning I don't think people understand what it's like.
Cheers.
Hey, buddy. Congratulations, man.
Back at you. Thanks for
It's
having me.
been 25 years. It's been 25 years.
Oh my God, don't say that. Yeah. It's been a long time.
I swallowed my Zen.
Get the fuck out. Did you really?
Swallowed my Zen.
Have you done that before?
No, I've never have. And I'm all out. Fuck. All right. Ooh.
That's amazing.
We'll
I'm sure you'll live.
Yeah, well, I've swallowed worst. If you had to get rid of one person on Sunny, right? So that FX comes to you and says, here's the deal. You're irreplaceable. It's either Rob, Glenn, or Danny. We got to get rid of someone. Who do we get rid of?
You can't.
No.
I know, but
budgetary cuts.
You can't do the show without
Hold
anyone.
on. You got to get rid of Glenn, Rob.
I know, like, and this isn't just me being political. I really, like, there was a season where Glenn was like, hey, I want to step away from the show. And he had AP Bio going on. And, like, he had a lot on his plate with trying to do the two shows at once. And Rob and I were like, we totally get it. Let us just write a season. And then if you don't want to do some of these, don't do them. And then he was like, all right, he made it work. Like, because I don't think we could. The thing, it doesn't exist without everybody. I wouldn't even want to do it without Danny. Like, if Danny was like, I can't do it anymore, guys, I'm like, then it's done.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Danny's so integral to that story. And like I've said, I have not deep dived the seasons, but Danny is admirably accessible in that show. Meaning,
he's incredible. Like, well, first of all, okay, good comedy is the ability to be vulnerable, and you try to be too polished, you try to be too handsome, you try to be too cool. Mm-hmm. You can't be funny. You have to be like willing to look bad. And like the shit Danny was willing to do.
So much.
I mean, we greased the guy up naked and sewed him into a couch and said, okay. And he was like,
did you hear them laughing downstairs?
And he fucking did it. And like, I think about that now and I'm like, I like to think that I would have that courage, but I don't think I would. Like, the balls it took, and I saw the balls. The balls were great. The balls were gigantic. I mean, to do that though, really. And
Yeah.
probably at the time, he was probably in his like mid to late 60s, you know? Be like, hey, so we want to oil you up and get you naked and have you prance around in the show, crack out. And he's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Now I think he's like, all right, guys, come on, I did it. But like, the willingness is incredible.
Do you ever get good Danny stories?
Oh my God. I mean,
his stories are, he's done everything.
no, he's the worst storyteller in the world because they're so meandering. I mean, when we first met the guy, half the conversation was about this box that his dad had that was filled with like teeth and watches. And we're like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then I learned to like speak Danny, you know, but like, that's like a 70s thing, man. Like they like, and Nicholson was this way too. They speak in like code, man. It's
Have
like,
you ever met Nicholson?
no, but fucking Rob met him at a Lakers game. And Nicholson kept turning around and being like, "Hey, that's a double down. That's a that's a four-tone dandy." And eventually, like midway through the game, Rob was like, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man." And he looks at me like, "Eh." The ball's on Rob to say that, but like, anyway.
So wait. Okay.
Snort my nose
So,
because I've had a cold.
so
you got
and
me
if you have
drinking.
to piss, hold
I
on.
don't have
I'm not done with you. What is the key to writing an episode of Sunny, or more importantly, comedy? Like when you look at an episode of comedy, what is the thing where you go, well, like as you sit in a writer's room, you go, that's the hook. That we got the chorus. We got the now we just got to fill in the pieces. What is the thing?
What's maddening about show business, I think, is that no one is the same. You know what I mean? Like you might come up with a rule or principle and it works a couple times, and then you apply those same principles to another thing. And because there's so much variety to every single thing we do, there's a different character, there's a different location, there's a different setting, there's a different thing. It's not a math equation that just adds up all the time.
Yeah.
So
then what episode did you write that you didn't think would be great, that you were like, wow, that's crazy? Like when you wrote the game episode, did you know it was going to be as big as it is?
That was a fun one because I remember
it seems so bizarre.
Yeah. I remember like we each get on like different like kicks. We get on these like wild, like, I got this, I have a vision for it. And when one of us gets on that, you kind of stay out of the way and just support. You know, you're like, you see it. It happens rarely. It happens once a season or once every other season. It happened for me with an episode called Charlie Work, which we did like a big oneer. And I was like, I got this fucking crazy idea. And it happened for Rob on the Charlie McDennis episode. And he was really like on a roll. And I saw it. And I was like, leave us alone. So Rob and I just like got in a room and he had these great ideas and I kept just supporting or twisting. And then like, I think I feel like my big contribution to that, the one I'm proud of is being like, what if at the end of this whole fucking thing, it comes down to just flip a coin? And Danny reads it like the final thing is like flip a coin. but you know, but what it is really, I think when it's really great is motivation. So, which is a stupid acting thing, but like, when you really believe that the characters are motivated to want what they're trying to get. And with a game, it's very easy, right? Which is like, who doesn't want to win a game? So the stakes are kind of built in. It's a little bit harder when it's like, I'll go to an old episode, like an abortion rally. And you got to kind of come up with like, well, what are their different motivations for going to it? But when we really kind of convince ourselves that the characters want really bad to get this thing, then it starts to flow better. There been like episodes or even seasons where I think we've like slipped up on that, and then you look back on that and you're like, oh, that's not working because I don't really buy that they give a shit about that. So like when someone's like passionately wants something, then it gets more entertaining.
What? How many seasons will you do?
100 and no.
Would you do this for the rest of your life? Are you like Seinfeld, where you go, I need to stop?
Yeah. I'll definitely do this season, which is 17.
Yeah.
And we have an offer from FX to do season 18.
It's got to feel great as an actor.
Oh, yeah. In terms of being like, well, shit hits the fan, I still got this. You know
Well,
what I
that's
mean?
the thing.
Or like,
I don't think a lot of people. I mean, maybe a lot of people understand, and I apologize if I'm condescending to the audience, but like, I intimately know the feeling of like getting renewed. And I'm certain at 17, you're like, well, I also can pivot to other things I want to do. But it does feel nice to go like, I can also keep doing the thing I fucking love.
it's a great thing about when you make it in stand-up, which is that, you know, you don't have to kind of rely on anyone else to give you a gig. You're like, I can just go out and work, which is great. No, but the thing with Sonny is like, it's tough to keep it fresh. And not, it's tough to come up with an idea because the world gives you crazy things like, you know, the chess player who just tried to poison the board, right? We did the season before, we did one where we read about the chess player who had like anal beads, and we're like, oh, what if we stick some beads up Danny's ass and when he's unconscious, and we, and like, so like, you know, like that sort of writes itself. But like, the world will keep giving you stuff. What's hard to keep fresh is, well, there's a certain way that Dennis is going to react to it. There's a certain way that Charlie is going to react in this situation, that Mac's going to react. And you can, if you stray too far away from those character traits, then people are like, what's that? You just like have undermined, you know, everything that you've established. But if you just stick to it too much, then you're just repeating yourself. So that's where it gets.
It's the same problem in stand-up.
Yeah, it will. Yeah,
right. When you craft a new hour, you go, well, I don't want to let down the people that found me for the reason they found me. I want to make sure that they get what they want. Like when I do a special, I go, I want to have a good family story. I want to have some like stuff that you don't expect. I want to, you know, but at the same time, it's like I have to grow as an artist. That sounds so arrogant, but I got to try new stuff that I don't think you'll like, or I don't know you'll like, but I hope you like. And which is like,
I know.
And I think this next hour is going to fucking be rough for me.
This is the catch-22 of being an entertainer, right? You have to try new things. You have to push the boundaries.
Yeah.
But then there's a point beyond which the audience doesn't like it. And then you have to dial it back. And that balance is such a sweet spot. But like, talk about great director. Go back to Paul Thomas Anderson. He could have just kept making Boogie Nights, right? He could have said,
I would have bought all those movies.
Yeah, of course.
I would have fucking watched every single one of those fucking movies.
So for another 3-4...
Or Magnolia. I fucking love Magnolia.
But then he was like, no, I have to do things differently. And he makes There Will Be Blood, you know? And then he makes The Master. And like they're all very different.
I hate to say this. I did not know he made either of those movies.
He's a very good director.
I just thought it was the Royal Tenenbaums.
No, that's Wes Anderson. That's a different director.
So interesting.
Yeah. Also in Anderson.
The whole time we were having this conversation, I was thinking of Wes Anderson.
Yeah. Also very good director.
I'm thinking of P.T. Anderson.
Yeah, the greatest.
I said P.T. Anderson to someone and they go, oh, you know him personally?
Yeah.
And I just went to the premiere of Magnolia. And I went, P.T. Anderson? And they're like, oh, do you know him? And I was like, no. And they're like, it's Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yes, I do. Front row, please.
Wow, wait, pull up Paul Thomas Anderson's fucking,
I'll just tell you, you know, so he started with a little movie called Hard Eight. And then,
I saw Hard Eight, didn't get it, keep going.
And then he did Boogie Nights.
Loved it.
Then he did Magnolia.
Loved it.
Then he did Punch Drunk Love.
Fucking loved it.
Then he did There Will Be Blood. Then he did The Master. Then he
loved the Master. Incredible. Almost became a Scientologist. Keep going.
Then he did after The Master, I think was
Phantom Thread.
No, I think Inherent Vice and then Phantom Thread.
Inherent Vice, the one where with Joaquin Phoenix where he smokes PCP.
Yeah, and then Licorice Pizza, which my wife was in. So I got to
wait. Licorice Pizza. Pull up a Licorice Pizza. Did I watch that?
That came out like a year or two ago.
Which one's Licorice Pizza? Is that the one with the girl that's in the band?
Yes, from Haim and Alana.
Oh wow, he did Licorice Pizza.
Dude, he's.
Have you met him?
Yes, and it was the greatest thing for like. So my wife was in Licorice Pizza.
Wait, who did your wife play with Licorice Pizza?
She plays the kid Cooper's mom. So that's Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, and Philip Seymour Hoffman obviously did a lot of movies with Paul Thomas Anderson. This has just become a podcast where I explain Paul Thomas Anderson's career.
No, I love it. And then going to Wes Anderson.
Now we go to Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson started with this movie called Bottle Rocket. Did you want to have people ask some Sonny questions?
Yes. Let's bring them up. Let's bring over some guitars.
Let's noodle on guitars while we answer the questions.
Okay. That sounds like a great idea.
Answer the questions.
His name's Peter, and he grew up in Buffalo. He's afraid of love, but he doesn't know that someone's out there for him. It might be a dude, he's not willing to accept it.
It's not far off. Yeah, it's pretty good so far.
I'm stronger than he is in the gym.
Now we're starting to meander a bit.
He's my assistant.
Oh, okay, all right,
Yeah,
all right. I thought it was just a caller.
Like him, weaker than me. I'm on testosterone.
Are you?
I am a lot.
Okay, now stop everything. Middle-aged man talk here.
It's so great. My dick's hard all the time.
Oh, wow.
And I'm lifting like crazy. Pete, tell him how strong I am.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah.
And how's
Just
his dick?
a little bit stronger than me. Very hard all the time.
He's seen it a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, this was before me too. I didn't know you could be to your assistant if he was a dude and you got naked in the back of your bus and he saw your dick on accident.
Not on accident. Very much on purpose.
We grew up in locker rooms where dudes' dicks were the norm. And it was okay to see balls. You saw Danny DeVito naked. Tell him it's okay, Peter.
It's okay, Peter.
Good.
Do you remember any of the songs you ever played from It's Always Sunny?
Like, I wrote a musical where the gang turns black, where it happens in season 12, and then it's really only about like white people not understanding at all what it means to be black. And then also about like why this is happening. So then there was like a song like, what are the rules? What are the rules when you just turn black, but you can't turn back? Well, you gotta go and find out the rules. Anyway.
Wait, what are the rules?
Well, we never figure it out. Yeah. Which is the safest thing to do.
What are the rules?
All right. Let's get some Sunny questions. We'll crack this other beer.
I'll do a little topper for the copper.
Little topper for the copper. Little drink for Bert. Because he's an alcoholic, but he's functioning just fine. An alcoholic, he's got whiskey on his mind. Well, you've got some Sunny questions, and we're waiting just to hear.
Take it away.
In the meantime, Bert is drinking 47 beers. I used to do that in college. I would just like sit in the hallway and just like make up songs about people as they went by.
All right, I'll kick it off.
Oh, yeah.
Is Charlie McDennis a real playable game?
Okay, so I think that the marketing geniuses over there at the Fox company, very trustworthy company, they did develop a game that you can buy, but no, it's just a TV show, with That probably if you played it the way our characters play it, you're like the chances of dying are good.
Incredibly high.
Yeah, incredibly high. Do not endorse.
Yeah, mainlining wine.
Do not endorse. The answer is no.
This show is sponsored by DraftKings. It is going to be a historic night in the desert, as for the first time ever, UFC is live inside the Sphere. Jump in on all the Riyadh Season Noche UFC action at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC. Men's bantamweight title and women's flyweight belts are both on the line for the stacked fight card. It's super easy for first-time users to get started. Try betting on something simple like picking a fighter to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, select a fighter, place a bet. It's that simple. I know who's fighting. I'll tell you right now, Sugar Sean O'Malley's fighting. What a fun night that's going to be. Dude, I am so jealous. I'm jealous I'm not going to be at the Sphere, but I'll tell you the second best thing than going to the Sphere, DraftKings Sportsbook. And speaking of stacked, if you're new to DraftKings, listen up. New customers bet $5, get $250 in bonus bets instantly. Let's make some history. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code Bertcast. That's code Bertcast for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Can you name every single subscription you have? I know I can't. I know I couldn't. I can tell you that. I couldn't. And I'm not alone. I learned that over 74% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about. With Rocket Money, you don't have to remember every subscription or worry about forgetting any of them because you can see them all laid out right in front of you. That is exactly what happened to me. I used Rocket Money and I was blown away. Here's what Rocket Money is. It's a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. See all your subscriptions in one place and know exactly where your money is going. For any you don't want anymore, Rocket Money helps you cancel them with just a few taps. Rocket Money has saved over 5 million users a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's features. I was blown away. I notoriously sign up for fitness apps and just go, free first month, and then I sign up for the whole year. I didn't even know it. I was wasting money. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/Bertcast. That's rocketmoney.com/Bertcast. rocketmoney.com/Bertcast.
Would you guys ever tour The Nightman Cometh Again?
Oh, man. See, I'd like to. Here's the issue, though. We're old. Danny's really, really fucking old. Yeah. I'd love to, but probably not. I'm going to say it's going to be probably hard to get the gang together and tour around and pull that off.
Do you guys tour the podcast at all?
We did. We know we're not podcasting anymore.
No.
Yeah, we haven't been for like a year.
Oh. How diehard are your fans?
Very.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, Rachel.
Go.
Another one. What happened to Dennis's North Dakota family?
What happens or happened? What did they write?
Both. Do we find out what happens?
I think we just dropped it.
Oh, this is like Game of Thrones. You're like, I don't know, man. The dragon died.
Yeah. I think we wrote it and then we're like, we don't love it. We don't want to dwell on it. And we let it go. Stop
You gotta let it go.
Let it go. What is that? Oh, yeah.
Sometimes in North Dakota it snows. That's the wrong.
No, I would go to an A.
Okay. You gotta let it go. Sometimes in North Dakota it snows.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, it'll end up in your nose. We call that North Dakota blow. Okay, keep going. I'm just rhyming.
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Right, for people who just didn't.
Have you ever done cocaine?
What's that?
Have you ever done cocaine?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going.
Okay.
What chord is a cocaine chord for you?
It was kind of bending that E. Cocaine. Yeah, then it starts going like this. You know, I'm up till 4:30. I'm talking all these big plans. Got cocaine on my night. You know.
No, keep going. And I think I'm the man. I'm doing cocaine.
The man is cocaine. And then it starts getting faster. It's cocaine. And then you go. And then
I think we're buying a boat.
I think we're buying a boat. I think it's a great idea. No, it's cocaine. And that since my early 20s have I tried it though. Off the cocaine.
Wait, play a song for marijuana. Play a song for marijuana.
Oh, for marijuana. Well, you know, weed's different than it used to be. There's like 70s marijuana and today's marijuana. You know what I mean? So like 70s marijuana. Oh shit, man. That's too much pressure.
I wish I could play the chords. I'd play it for you.
It would just be like, you know, like
we
like
should watch a documentary.
I am high as shit, and I'm high as shit. I'm so fucking high. I'm high. I'm high as shit. Like that. But now it would be like, I can't function. I'm high. I'm on essentially crack. That's weed now, I think. I think they've changed it.
Oh, you ever forget how to breathe?
No. Yes. Yes, actually. And it was because of eating marijuana. And then I was like, right, breathe.
What part of my tongue starts to swallow?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
What's your favorite episode?
That is an impossible question.
Oh yeah, that's a tough question.
I have maybe a favorite season, which is season 7, where Danny had long hair and Mac was fat, and that's probably my favorite season. But man, I like so many of the episodes.
Better question, same question. Great question.
Better.
What season was the easiest season to write?
None of them were easy to write.
For real?
Yeah, writing is hell. Yeah, like there's just no shortcut. There's no trick. It's like making in showbiz, right? People are like, how do you do it? Like, there's no trick. It's extraordinarily hard work for many years of your life and taking your lumps and yeah.
Can I ask a follow-up then?
Yeah.
What's the hardest scene that you've had to do, like, to get through because you're just laughing too hard?
Oh, well, that's easy. That was one where Dennis and I, a man has shushed us, and we're like, we're really. That's funny too, because like this was one episode that I feel like Glenn and I, like, remember I said like sometimes you get excited. Glenn and I were super jazzed on this one. Where I was like, I don't know about the show. I'm like, trust us, the shushers, it's the greatest thing. So a man has shushed us in a bar, and we're like really upset with it. And then we go to try to find this man, and we go to a police station and we try to get a sketch done. And we know that we can't we very quickly realize that the cop's like, wait, you've taken my time. You've wasted my time by just like telling me that a man shushed you. Well, it wasn't just that. He assaulted us. And he's like, well, how did he assault him? And I jump a little too far. Well, he raped us. And Glenn's trying to back off. He's like, well, no, he didn't rape us. Well, not me. He just him. And he's like, well, not, yeah. And then Glenn's stuck with the lie, He said, well, yeah, me. It's like, I'm like, I got away. I mean, like, and Glenn's like, well, he didn't totally get me. I'm like, well, he got you pretty good. And that scene, I could not get through it. Glenn was killing me. His reaction, being on the defense, like, well, he snapped at it. He was snapping at it. He tried to get it, but he didn't get it. Like, Glenn being on the defense, I couldn't make it through the scene. And honestly, what we cut together is like just the bare minimum of what was usable. And then we'd built a little police station set, and those walls on the sets are so thin, and you could just hear everyone dying on the other side of the wall, like laughing. We couldn't get through it.
Oh, that's great. Even just hearing you recount it, I'm laughing.
Yeah, and you can find the clip on YouTube, but like one of the better moments of my creative life is to just like be like, well, we're not getting through this. Like, it's great. It's great.
Do we ever find out what the waitress's name is? Is it Nikki Potnick?
It's not Nikki Potnick. So a lot of people think it's Nikki Potnick. So the waitress played by my wife, Mary Elizabeth Ellis, famously never has a name. And we did do one episode at a high school where we made some joke about Danny not having gone to high school with us, being like just grabbing a random name tag. And it was Nikki Potnick. And then later in the episode, my wife plays the waitress is like, why don't you have my name tag? Because they don't remember her name, was just the sole joke. So people made that association and would have been pretty clever, but no, it's not that. There was one when we did our original pilot. So maybe it's that, but we reserve the right to change it if we decide to.
This is fascinating.
Yeah.
We got to get the creators of House of Dragons on here and just berate them for being assholes. You watch House of Dragons?
I don't. I love Game of Thrones.
Don't watch it. It's a waste of your fucking time. Keep going.
Would you ever make Thunder Gun into a real movie?
I would, but I don't think other people would. No.
Please. Does Charlie have his own language, or is it just gibberish?
Well, we did in the Irish episodes. You learn that he speaks Gaelic, which is actually just called Irish. But and then he always thought it was just gibberish. He had like a pen pal, which you find out was his father, or supposedly his father. No one ever really knows who his dad is. But so I think that's what that question means. So I guess that's the answer.
Does he ever adapt to reading?
Yes.
Oh,
He writes some symbols and everything.
Is it weird to have someone know this much about you?
no, because it's not me. It's a fictional character.
I know, but it's crazy. Like, I've never done this where like someone deep dives everything. I got to be honest with you, for being as generous with these answers as you are, if you said, what's your favorite episode of Two Bears? I'd be like, I don't fucking know. Keep going.
Have you ever actually attempted the Wade Box challenge?
No, one would die. I don't know. And I saw your interview with Box. I don't know how it's possible
It's possible.
to drink that much beer, but I saw him do it. Like when we were filming, he was just pounding them,
Wade Boggs is a legend.
and never seemed buzzed.
Hey, did you talk to him about baseball at all?
Not only did I talk to him about baseball, but we had a catch. We had a catch. And
Okay.
and we,
Everyone knows me. I am not good at hearing these things. Keep
And
going.
we traded off knuckleballs. I was like, because I always like messed with a knuckleball. My knuckleball's nothing. Like it would just go right softly down the middle, and you'd hit it right out of the park.
Yeah.
But and then he threw one to me. It was like, perfect knuckleball.
I had Wade Boggs when I did the Amalie Arena in Tampa, was backstage, and I'd gone to my high school and hit a home run that day, and I had Wade Boggs break down my swing to me and my dad.
Wow.
And he was like, it's a beautiful goddamn swing. Look at the way he's throwing his wrists. Watch him break his wrists. Right here. Look at that. All the power's in the back. Right there. That front foot, it's not doing shit. Look at that. He's just, you could go opposite field. And I was like, I never could go opposite field. I can only pull left. But
So you were asking me many hours ago, like who I was excited, like nervous to meet.
Wade
Rarely
Boggs.
actors, but like Boggs. I was intimidated to meet Boggs because growing up in New England, he was such a big deal.
bro, he's from Tampa. He
Yeah.
grew up in Tampa. And
Is that
so
where you're from?
he's like our guy.
Yeah.
What's the best question you guys have? And what's the question that
Are you in it? Do you have a million questions? Is that the thing?
No, there's like 4.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
Bert, shut the
Rapid
fuck up.
fire.
Let them answer questions.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, I feel like there's a lot of conflicting information on if you guys were actually drinking or not drinking throughout the seasons, like when you guys are drunken scenes.
Oh, almost never drinking when we're drunken scenes. So, because, most of those are happening at 10 a.m. and then we have casting and a script to rewrite and we have so much to do. But usually like the last scene of the season, we'd have a couple drinks or whatever. But no, rarely actually drinking while making the show.
Huh.
So when you see us drunk as characters, that's fake. Now it's real.
How did you decide on like the character paths for each of the characters? Like Dennis kind of becoming like serial killer, Charlie being like a dirt grub.
Oh, it just kind of kept developing as the seasons went on. So, we started in one place, which was, if you watch the early seasons, a lot of those character traits aren't in there. And then as you go, you get a funny idea about a character and then it just kind of develops as you go.
How much is ad-lib?
Quite a bit, but we like to think that we've written a script that you could say word for word and it'd be the funniest thing on TV. But then you get there and you get an idea and you try to make it better. And we riff around a lot.
Do we do the last one joint?
All right, let's hear it.
Can we be extras
in an
in an
episode?
episode?
No pressure.
Hard pass. Sure. I'll let you. Well, we won't be filming till October, but I'm sure we'll have some scenes that will need some extras. And yeah, come on down to set. Jump on in.
Let's go.
This is the greatest day of my
This is the
life.
greatest day of my entire
Talk
life.
to Bert. Have Bert
great.
talk to me and
Yeah.
jump in the show.
It
yeah.
would be cool.
So these were just y'all's questions. They weren't like.
yeah.
Panic written in like 20 minutes.
They're obsessed.
Yeah.
We
They're
should have spent
obsessed.
more time
Nice.
thinking
We
about
watch
this.
this show religiously, and we've
Yeah.
seen it every season back to back, like multiple times. It's
Charlie
a
Work
problem.
is one of my favorite episodes of TV that's ever been written.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I'm super proud of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm proud of them all. Like,
Does that resonate with you though? Like people sometimes will come up and go, "Hey, I love it. It means so much to me." And in a weird way in passing, you're like, oh, thank you very much. Like thank you. Sometimes you get one like, oh, I'm going through this. And you're like, oh, that means a lot. But when you see like two diehard fucking fans who have spent, how many hours do you think you've spent watching him on television?
Ooh, what, 16 seasons?
That's a lot of
20
hours.
20-minute episodes?
I've been in your brains.
Days, weeks.
What could he get
Probably
you to do?
months.
Like if he was like, if you ran into him at a bar and he was like, hey, I'm on a bender, I'm getting coke, and I'm getting on a boat, would you get on the boat with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I would get him the coke to get on the boat.
Yeah.
Same. I'd get
By the way, I don't do cocaine, and
Hypothetically.
yeah. And now with the whole fentanyl thing, I feel bad for the kids. They can't even like try it,
I know.
But I feel the same about the show. Like I love the show, and occasionally Meredith will like pop an episode on, and I'll be like, I don't know if I want to. And I'll start watching it. It's pretty funny. It's this funny thing where, and it's not like me like loving me. It's like I love Glenn, and I love Danny, and I love Caitlin, and I love Rob, and I love the characters like Bill Ponderosa and Artemis, and like everyone who comes in. Like it's been such a great thing to be a part of. Yeah.
So when you're talking about, you're thinking about doing something country, correct?
Yeah. And I'd write the music for that.
Really? And is it sincere country, funny country? What, like, where would you go with it?
I'm aging into a place where I'd like to be more sincere with the work. Obviously I don't think I would ever like be like, there's no humor in what I'm doing. Maybe someday it'd be cool to do something that was just dark as fuck with no humor. But I think I'm getting to a point in my life where I'd like to do stuff that has a little more weight to it.
I like that for you a lot. I like that for you. You're very talented on the guitar.
That's sweet to say. I just have to do whatever. It's like, it's not even me, man. This is going to sound dumb and hippie-ish to say, but like it comes through me. Like it's not fucking me. It's me being like, I gotta do this thing. I gotta make this thing. But even though while I'm making this one like kind of really intimate film, which may never get made, I'm also making a movie with Amazon with Kumail Nanjiani and Jillian Bell, which is like a giant fucking funny monster movie, like scary but hilarious movie. So I have both sides of me. I have the side of me that's like I need to make like a beautiful little piece of art, and then I need to make something like just fucking popcorn and great and like balls out.
You're in a beautiful place in your life where you get to make all your decisions, where you get to do all the things you want to do, and you have a fan base that I think.
Well, that's not true. I get to try to make all the things I want to do.
That's right.
And
that's right. That's right.
They either happen or they don't. But I'm not going to not try.
Oh, that's the sexiest thing I've ever heard. I'm not going to not try.
I'm not going to not try, man.
I'm not going to not try. Because that's the thing, is that you get caught in the not trying. When you talk about celebrity versus talent, leveraging celebrity, Kevin Hart and versus the people that just go and like, I'm the Masked Singer. No shit on them. I'm not shitting on them. But like, there's a difference between like going like, I'm going to take some swings because I have an opportunity to take swings, as opposed to just going to Dancing with the Stars. Slide to Dancing with the Stars. But
there's a million ways to do it. Like, you look at Snoop Dogg, who's like everywhere, and you're like, he could have just been like, I'm only going to be a hard gangster rapper. But he's like, no, I'm going to chill with Martha Stewart and wear like a jockey uniform.
But he never changes. He never changes. We all worked with Snoop for, you worked with him for 2 years. Or no.
Go Big Show.
No,
Yeah,
me and you
season
worked
1.
with Snoop.
Yeah.
Snoop every night. Every fucking night is making music. Every fucking night.
Yeah, so like some people, it's just like there's no rules. You just gotta you're just gonna die one day. So like just do whatever the fuck you want to do, and then nobody cares.
Remember that you're just gonna die one day.
You're just gonna die one day.
All right, let's do.
You're just gonna die one day. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Write it for me.
Which has got to be like sad chords, right? You're just gonna die one day. You like country, right? So
I do like country.
So do whatever you want. You're just gonna die one day. So do what you want. But don't fuck your cousin. You know,
You can do a tour where you just did intros to songs.
And then funny me be like, I want to do something serious and I can't help it. I can't help throwing the joke in there. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? I'm sick.
All right, pull up. Let's do. All right, this is how we'll wrap up this episode. I got to get you the fuck out of here. And we'll talk about all the people you worked with. Okay.
Oh my God! All
And just-
people worked with?
And just give me like a secret about them, like but a fun secret. Okay, like something.
Oh, the dirt! Just give me the dirt on everybody.
No. But we're looking to go viral. But all I want is Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
You know, we had a clip about Jennifer Aniston, me and Tommy, that was maybe the best day of my life was when Tommy called me and he goes, "Guess who fucking retweeted our clip?" And it was Jennifer Aniston, and she is. I think she's fucking incredible. So I'm not looking for nasty dirt. I'm looking for good dirt.
You know the problem with Jennifer Aniston? Well,
Okay, let's start. What's the problem with Jennifer Aniston?
the problem is that there's no fucking problems. But I once was in an airport and I was drinking a martini. And she saw my couple olives and she got a little bit jealous. And I said, "Why are you jealous of an olive?" And she said, "Because of all the salt. And that's why I always look like shit. And she always looks so great because she doesn't eat the fucking olive." You know, that's what makes a pro when they just know where they just can't go. You're going to get on a flight and you're going to feel real low when you get off the flight with too many olives.
Okay, I'm not playing the guitar, just you are, okay? Here we go.
All right, who do you want? Who else?
I want Ice Cube.
Ice Cube was actually raised by a chicken. It's totally not true. Ice Cube once gave me a bottle of champagne. He signed it and said, "Crack this open when this movie makes 100 million." And the movie capped that at like 45 million, and I still have it sitting in my closet.
I need another shot. Hang on, I'm not done. Keep going.
All right,
Pull
who
up
you
his
got?
fucking IMDb.
Who you got?
Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, the great Guillermo.
Guillermo.
He's a master. He really knows what he's after. Like the time I did a movie with Guillermo and he said, "I'm gonna let you do whatever the hell you want." And then he said, "That other take, you had your hand like here and I want it like here." And that's why he's the master.
Jason Sudeikis.
Jason Sudeikis. He's a good old funny guy. Oh, God, okay. Well, the first time that I met him, he was just coming from SNL and he sat on the couch and he farted 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 and then it became a best friend.
So wait, where's your brain going when you do this? Are you really just free? When you play the guitar, is your brain just free?
Yeah, I'm not really.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Bateman. Give me
Bateman?
a slow song about Bateman and how sexy he is. Like, I want to know all the things I love about Jason Bateman.
Sexy Jason
And
Bateman.
I'm taking a
song?
shot of Four Walls.
Okay. One time I played golf with Jason Bateman and he asked the valet to charge his car. He slipped him an extra 20 and he said, "I think that's plenty. I can't wait to get in my charged car." But when we finished the round, His car wasn't charged at all. The 20-year-old kid had fucked it somehow, and he knew he was going to stall on the way home from San Diego. Well, he wasn't so happy. He was mad as can be. So he undressed this kid and he re-asked for his 20. This poor valet had tears in his eyes as Bateman destroyed him and he died.
That might be the best one. That might be the best one.
That might be tough to top that one.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Oh, I can't believe you're not on tour. I would make so much money if I were you.
Yeah, well.
What the fuck? You're so talented, man.
Oh, man.
You're so talented.
Oh, yes, thank you.
You are so fucking talented, man. I am.
That's sweet to say. I just used to love to do this. Like, I would just make up songs about my friends and just goof around.
It's a perfect song, perfect time to end on this. Write a song about me.
Okay. Whew.
I'm doing one more shot.
He likes that Four Walls whiskey.
I love this Four Walls whiskey.
All right. They call him Bert, the Kreischer man. It sounds like Chrysler, but it's just not cool, fam. Is it German? You have the Nazi vibe. I'm lucky I'm still here alive. But that's just a joke. I'm not really Jewish. I'm just Jewish passing for Kreischer. I met you in 2001. And I told you I remembered it. I didn't remember much. I thought I met you at the dog park. But now we both have a reason to reconnect again. Because you have a podcast. Because I'm a TV man. Now you're drinking my whiskey. And you're fucked. And I'm trying to sing a song, hoping I stumble into some luck. But I can't top the Bateman song. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Day.
There we go. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Day.
That's it. Thanks, y'all.
No one will ever do that good on this podcast.
That's not
That's
true.
the best thing I've ever done. That's the best thing I've ever done. And I didn't do it. That's why I told you both.
Said, this
I told
guy's
you
going to
both.
guess. You're like,
I could
no, he's
recognize
not.
greatness. I could recognize greatness.
Didn't doubt this.
I fucking can recognize
It
greatness.
was fun. Well,
Buddy.
you had to get me liquored up to do it, but
I love you to death, Charlie. I'm so
yeah,
happy for
man,
your
back
success.
at you. You know, it's funny. Like, you wrote me, you said, hey, we do my podcast. I was like, yeah, because Bert's like a great old friend. And then, like, it was only like a few days before doing the podcast. So I'm like, I guess I don't really know Bert that well, you know? But you know what? It's a good sign of a great human being that even like those first couple like times meeting you, I was like, yeah, he's my buddy.
It goes right back to you. Paquito Mas. I remember it so distinctly. I remember it.
What'd you call me? Un poquito man? A small man?
You are. I'm so fucking. I'm just very grateful. Thank you very much, buddy, for doing this podcast.
Thank you, brother.
Love you to death.
Ciao.
This episode was brought to you by The Machine.